Hi guys, and welcome to Stock Talk, episode 2. Today, the market was not kind. We have the S&P 500 down 3.07%. We have the Dow minus 2.67%. And we have the S&P TSX at minus 3.12%. Where is the NASDAQ, you ask? Well, the click of a button, it was down minus 3.48%. So we've had 2 down days. I've put together a little portfolio here, and I call it the wish list. And the mentality when the stock market's going down is you have to be happy, because then you can buy your favorite stocks at a cheaper price. You can get your dividends for a cheaper price. So you have to be happy. When it goes up, you're happy because your portfolio is going up, up, up. So you always have to be happy. That's the only way to survive the stock market. You should be long, and everything will work out a-okay. So let's look at my wish list here. The first thing that I did was I added the VIX, and the VIX is the volatility. So let's click that. We are, now Yahoo, do not play an ad, please. Thank you. Okay, I'm talking. All right. So the VIX is at 45.41. Now Larry Berman says anything under 40, things are starting to get more rational, more stable, and that's when he recommends to buy. Larry Berman is on BNN Bloomberg. BNN Bloomberg on Thursdays. And he's their main ETF guy, but he's a really sharp guy. So I listen to what he's saying, and you should too. So let's look at the VIX. It's very important. It has spiked up over the last 2 days. So this week things are getting more volatile. Almost sounds like a Voldemort. Okay, so let's look at the 6 month, and we're seeing that spike. Now, we also saw a spike up on the VIX on March 27th. So the 23rd was technically the bottom. You can argue with that if you'd like. I think it was the bottom. A lot of people are saying it is the bottom, and there's a lot of people saying it's not the bottom, and we're going to retest lows. Maybe, I don't know. But that just means, again, always be happy. Always be happy. It just means you can get amazing deals. The best deals I've gotten in a long time are on March 23rd. So bring it on. As long as you have some cash, as long as you sold when we were up. I was selling Tesla when we were up at in the 700s. So I would have cash when we dropped back down if we did. Always have a plan A and a plan B. I wish I could turn my finger into an A and then my second finger into a B, but I can't. So I'm going to say, okay, plan 1 and plan 2. Plan 2, the market goes up, you have a plan. Plan 2, when it goes down, you have a plan. Always have a plan, because the market will go up and down nonstop for the rest of your life. So let's just be happy, all right? Okay, so now again, if you don't have a job or you have an illness, yes, it's hard to be happy, but you can always still be optimistic. We have great companies like Abbott Labs doing testing. We've got, hopefully, what's it called? Gilead. Gilead, I own a few shares of Gilead. I'm hoping for their, whatever it's called, res blah, 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 to do well. Someone correct me in the comments. All right, so let's go. That's the 5 days. So things are getting a little bit more volatile. Now, I think is that people freaking out about oil. I know Jeremy from Financial Education was doing a big scary video yesterday about oil, but it seems like he's shorting the market. Yes, Jeremy is shorting the market. I'm calling it. You can tell from his tone, he's shifted. He's talking to his guys in his Discord group, and one of them showed him on the way down that he made millions of dollars. So now Jeremy is now shorting the market. He's not telling us, and he's using his channel to spread fear so he makes money. Just saying. I got no proof, but you can just tell. Watch his videos. Anyway, so yeah, he's not buying, and he's trying to scare everyone. If you really knew about oil, Jeremy, you wouldn't have freaked everyone out, because it's all coming down to, it's on paper. There's the, I don't know that much about it, but there was the April contracts and the May contracts, and people held on too long and they got caught. They didn't think it would go under zero. It was just, it's on paper. Things will pick up. It's not, oil isn't going down to zero forever. As you could see, if you look at oil companies, did they crash? No, because people who know oil aren't freaked out by this. Yes, it's a historic event, right? Went down to minus $36. Yeah, it's really weird and we're in crazy times, but it's nothing to panic about. And if he did some research, like for instance, Jim Cramer on Mad Money interviewed a guy last night who knows oil, and he wasn't freaked out at all. It's just the April became extinct, those papers, and people got caught. But now things will be fine. People are just going to have to start cutting oil. Russia, Saudi Arabia, Americans, Canadians, the world have to slow down. We have way too much supply and no demand. So if I make chocolate bars and no one's buying chocolate bars, I'm going to go out of business. So they're just not used to it, and they're going to have to cut back. All right, anyways, I got off my soapbox. Let's go to the second thing I have in here. We'll go back. So we want the VIX to go down if you want things to be stable, and you want your portfolio to look good and make you feel good, but that's just an ego number. That's just a number, if you sold today, that's how much you'd get. What we're looking for is deals. So I'm happy when it goes up. I'm happy when it goes down. So I made a shopping list. Oh, I should have called it shopping list. I called it wish list. So these are a lot of stocks that I want to buy. I already have some of them, so I put the numbers in there. I've got three portfolios. I have one of my RSPs. That's my retirement savings plan. I have my TSFA. That's my tax-free savings plan. I only put so much in those. And then I've got my my dividend one as well. So I've got quite a few portfolios, but this one I'm going to share with you guys is my wish list. I've already got about 20,000 US in there, but let's have a quick look. So, okay, the second thing in here is my S&P 500 chart. Let's stop this ad and let's have a look at this. The maximum, here we go. Look at that, that's beautiful, the S&P 500. Let's go to the 6 month. So we obviously, let's see, February 20th is sort of the high. And then things got nasty. All the way down to the S&P 500 went down to the lows. Can I get down there? 2,237.40. And now we've had a good go. We've had a good go here, and we're dipping down a bit. But I still don't think we're going to go test the bottoms. Maybe we will, but again, deals, deals, deals. Okay, so I just put that in there just so I can look at it every day. I haven't really looked at the market too much today. What do you guys think? How are things going with your guys' portfolios? Comment below. What are you guys buying? Now, oil, I had no position in oil until the crash. Nothing. I'm not big on oil. I'm huge on Tesla and electric cars, but I like buying things when they're beat up. I just can't help it, especially if they have a high dividend. Now, is a dividend safe on Shell? I've heard yes. On CNBC, they were saying Chevron. Tim was saying Chevron, and ExxonMobil wouldn't cut their dividends, but everyone else on the panel said they might. So let's look at Shell. I have 37 shares. The dividend is 11.49%, which is fantastic. That means anything you have in there, you're almost getting 1% a month on your total. Because 12% divided by 12, there you go. 1%, fantastic, as long as they can keep it. They cut it, I'm not happy. I dislike when companies cut their dividends, but that should determine the choices I make when I invest, which sometimes I screw up. Okay, so let's look at the 5-day, the 1 month. So I've been buying this from the bottom. I may buy more. I'm hoping oil will rebound, which it will. Oil will rebound. People will start driving their cars when this whole thing's over. People are going to be going places. People will be flying, going on trips. Things will return to normal. Don't worry, they will. So when that happens, let's look at the max. So this looks like a terrific time to buy oil. So the last time I could buy oil this cheap, Shell, was in December 1st, 2015. I could have bought it for $45.71. I now, 5 years later, can buy it for $31.96. Now again with oil, it's not cool to own oil, and I don't like oil either. We're all going to go electric soon, but we're not there yet, and it's going to take quite a while for it to happen, especially with airplanes. There's a video with Elon Musk. We're pretty far away from lithium batteries powering an airplane. Look into it. That's why Musk isn't touching it for a long time. We're very far away. So there's always going to be gas for the next probably 20 years for airplanes. Also the plastics, they make stuff out of oil, but people are going to be driving gas guzzlers for a while. So let's look at this. When else could I have bought Shell? I could have bought Shell during the financial crisis. Right there. Where's that? Get it in there, you little. Okay, $42.48 during the financial crisis. Then I could have bought it at Shell at $40 during the September 11th tech boom crash. The last time I could have bought oil, Shell, specifically Shell, for this price was, 1995. So we're talking 25 years ago was the last time I could buy Shell at this price. So if you just look at the chart and don't care about what's going on, this could be one of the greatest times to buy oil in the last 25 years. So why wouldn't I buy oil? I just have to. I get sucked into these things. The yield's fantastic. If they cut the yield, I'm going to be, I'll be the angry stock market guy on the internet. I'll be yelling at my screen, yelling at windmills, and running around with a Shell shirt on and slapping myself in the face. But hopefully, this is just, we're going to recover, which we always do, and this will go back up to. Now let's look at the highs as well. I'm spending a lot of time on Shell, but that's okay. This is a new position for me. Do you guys own oil? Comment below, please, if you're in the same thing here, same category as I am. Now, Vermilion Energy, I've lost a lot of money on, which does oil. They, in fact, bought some oil rigs off Shell. They've cut their dividend completely, and I had 1,500 in, and now it's down to like 500. So I'm not happy about that, but that was just a little gas company. Shell is huge, so I'm hoping they don't cut the dividend. Look at the highs here. So you could have bought oil, Shell, at $45.71, and then in just 2015. 2 years later, 3 years later, you could have sold it at 72. So that's a healthy profit. So I'm hoping I can do the same thing. And in the meantime, just keep spending all that awesome dividend money. That's my plan. Hopefully that works. Let's go back one. Okay, back to my thing here. What's next? Okay, Wells Fargo. I'm not going to go too far into that. Let's look at the dividend. So it's at a 7.37% dividend, which is crazy for a bank. It looks like they're up in after hours, which is nice. Let's look at the chart here. I want to build up my American banks. I have tons of Canadian bank stocks. Too much, but I want more. They're my favorite. They haven't cut the dividend in like 100 years, and hopefully they don't, but they have an amazing track record. They're well run. BMO is a little overexposed to oil and gas. But let's look at this chart here. The 6 month is great. So let's go to the 23rd. Excuse me. All right, let's go to March 23rd. And the price was at the low is $25.25. And we're very close to that. So that would be a good purchase tomorrow if it goes down again. I may nibble. I have some money coming in, and I may nibble at Wells Fargo. I might buy Shell tomorrow if it's down. But again, today could have been the day. It could pop tomorrow. It really could. I was feeling it. I just didn't have the money yet. All right, JP Morgan. I think I was buying it at 83. Now it's up in after hours. Let's look at the chart here. Now, see, if you look at March 23rd, there's a low there. Then there was another low at $84. So 79, 84, 87, and 89. So the lows are getting higher on JP Morgan. The yield is only 3.93%, but that's on like best in class bank, American bank. So you're going to do okay with JP Morgan. I'd like to buy more of that as well. So hopefully things go down tomorrow. See, I usually hope for things to go up, but sometimes I'm starting to get savvy in the stock market, and I'm starting to root for it to go down sometimes, especially when you get paid. If you have some cash, you get dividends coming in, you want it to go down so you can get some deals. So, but that JP Morgan thing was very interesting with the higher lows. Okay, let's move on from there. Bank of Nova Scotia. Let's have a look there. 6.57% dividend. Let's look at the chart. 52 is usually where I'm thinking about buying. Anything at 52 or lower, I've been buying. So the absolute low, if you nail the bottom, was $46, but that didn't last long. Then it's 54, about a little there. 51. We are in the range where I buy. So I would buy that too. I just don't have enough money to buy everything that I want. And I'm sure people out there are feeling the same thing. Also, CIBC has an amazing dividend, 7.23. A lot like the Wells Fargo in the States. It's almost like it's in the sevens. If anyone screws up bank-wise, it'll be CIBC. I've just heard that. I love you, CIBC, but I've heard that from a few people that they make mistakes when stuff happens. Almost like that joke in The Big Short when, Stephen Colbert, not Stephen Colbert, what's his face? I always mix those guys up. They make a joke about Bank of America. But I think Wells Fargo is the one that screws up in the States. I'm still investing in them, but it's okay. So yeah, CIBC is the Wells Fargo of Canada. All right, but that's a fantastic. I'm getting sucked in by that yield, man. Okay, $77. That's a buy. Anything under 80, I've been buying CIBC. So you couldn't, I bought a few things on March 23rd. I nailed the bottom on a few things, but this is like the new low. Like, so 76. I have to buy tomorrow if it goes down. I have to. I don't have a choice. These deals are friggin' awesome. Okay, I have to buy more CIBC. And I own 50 shares of it, for God's sakes. Okay, so let's go to Microsoft. I only own 2 shares, and I need more of it. It's a solid company. It's like number 2 in cloud after Amazon. Who doesn't want some of that? Who doesn't want a taste of that? Okay, in after hours, it is up $1.13. So today was a good day to buy. Today was a very good day to buy. I didn't, because I didn't have any money because I'm broke. But look at that. I didn't want to look at that maximum chart. I don't own enough for me to make me happy. Okay, so yes. 166 was the low, it looks like, and this is a great time to buy Microsoft. And if I had more money, I would buy some more on Microsoft. I love you. Okay, Apple. I need more Apple. We're getting into back to where I want to buy stuff again. Apple at $268. Of course, it's up $1.41 because today's a buying day. For me, today was a buying day. Look at these. So look at these lows. March 20th low, 229. April 2nd, 244. April 21st, 268. So we're getting higher lows. We're on a trend here, guys. I don't care what anyone's saying. That's the facts. I sees it right there. You see it. I see it. We all scream for ice cream. Okay, so Apple is a buy. I only own 3 shares. I used to own some. I sold it for a profit, and it kept going up and up and up. Amazon, please get beat up more. Please. I've got money coming. Oh, it's up $11 in after hours. Of course it is. I knew today was a good day to buy. I need back in the Amazon game. You need back on the Amazon game. Yes, they're pricey. Forget that you only get 1 share. You probably have $2,000 in like in other things with like 40 shares of this and 30 shares of that. Just buy one. It's like having 30 shares of something. I need back in the Amazon game. We saw it is a absolute rock star stock. It went through this thing like crazy. It was down for a few days. You can't keep Amazon down. I used to own it. Trump was going at it. He could keep it down for a week. Boom, right back up. It keeps going up, 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 up. It's the future. It's the Death Star for retail. And it's not going anywhere. And I need some more because I have none. I have a big goose egg. I had a few shares, but I was going to buy a house. And I cashed it out for a deposit. Didn't end up buying the house. And then I spent it on something else. I should have bought back into Amazon. And I'm very disappointed in myself that I let my Amazon take off without me. Okay, I'm getting delirious. All right, IBM Earnings came out. They got hit. They are up a little bit in after hours. Fantastic dividend for a tech company. So there you got Amazon, number 1 in cloud. Microsoft, number 2. Number 3, it's arguable. Is that a word? Did I say that right? I don't care. IBM is in the cloud. They have hybrid cloud, old school, new school. Get in there, IBM. Get some. Get some of that. And I want some of that. I own, I forget. It'll say on the chart how many I own. But the guy was on the new CEO. He was on Jim Cramer's Mad Money. And they're not going to cut the dividend. They have 60% ongoing revenue, which is contracts for businesses. The dividend's safe. So that's a company you want. You want the CEO to say it's safe. Speaking of, the dude from Coca-Cola was on CNBC this morning. Jim Cramer asked him, is the dividend safe? And the CEO skirted around the question. Skating around. Jim didn't call him out because Jim was upset. Is his wife sick or something? I don't know. There's maybe, I don't know, something's going on. But normally he'd go after him a bit more. But again, it's Coca-Cola. You don't put the fire to the feet of the Coca-Cola. All right, where are we going next? Oh, Zoom. Zoom. You are a little rock star. You are a rock star, and I haven't wanted to chase you, but I want some because I did some Zoom videos, and man, there's one of them being watched more than any video I've done in a long time. People are zooming away. Let's see, when could you have bought this thing? So nowadays, it used to be like Skype or FaceTime, but Zoom is cross-platform. Everyone's using it. It's free. It's easy to use. It's the winner. You've got businesses paying for the business plan. For the free one, they could have ads. Like, who knows, right? This thing's a winner. It's up a little bit. When could we have bought Zoom? So March 13th. So it's just been going up and up and up and up and up. April 7th, you could have bought it for $113. I should have. I'm waiting for it to come back to 113, please. I'm putting my order in. Okay, 143. So hopefully Amazon and Zoom and Apple and all these tech ones that have been rising get punished for some reason. And I can get me some Zoom. I'll buy some Zoom and put it on the chart there. Zoom's gonna be around for a long, long time. It's got competition. It's got Microsoft, which I hopefully buy some of that too. Meetings. You've got Blue Jean, which is a bad name for video conference stuff, but Blue Jean. Someone just bought Blue Jean. I'll do a video on Blue Jean. I should know. I don't think it's public, but someone bought them. I'll look into it. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. Let's go to Abbott Laboratories. I bought some at 80 when that little toaster device for $13,000 that people can test. I bought it then. It was a fantastic buy. It's almost hit 100. I need more. So Abbott beats Q1 earnings estimates, suspends 2020 guidance. Let's look at the chart here. It's going straight up. You could have bought it on March 23rd for $62, and then I guess the news came out, and it's shooting for the heavens. Okay, and let's go back. I want more of that. I also have been buying. Where are we? Gilead. So, do they have the cure? Not the cure, but so you're not going to go on a ventilator, which is a kiss of death. You don't want on the ventilator. 80% kill rate. So take this drug and again, this hasn't been done properly. This is just all hearsay. Some call came out, some recorded conversation come out. Anyways, things look good with this new drug they've got. Hopefully it's going to do well. I want more just in case. I'm speculating, but it's a 3.35% dividend. Hopefully it's safe. And let's move on to the next one. Okay, we got J&J at 150. That's tough to buy. It's pretty expensive. They are the rock star stock. They, like, no joke. Talk to anyone, not just me. Turn to the person beside you and ask them, what the best stock is. Unless they say J&J, they don't know what they're talking about. Or if they say Amazon, yeah, okay. Amazon. I love Amazon and I love J&J. I want to buy more and more and more. This is when you just buy your whole life. Wait for it to pull back and you buy it. Look at that chart. It's fantastic. Solid. They're going to pay their dividend. Life is good. Own J&J. They've, the whole thing with the baby powder. They're going to be doing this vaccine for free, supposedly. So that's some goodwill. Hopefully, that will do well for J&J. I was buying this at 130 for a long time, so it's hard to buy at 150. Let's see. Yeah, if you can get it for 130, it's a buy. When it hits 130, see there, right there, 131, 128. There's a 119. That was 2 years ago though. Yeah. So, but if it hits 130, you buy. Bye, Miss American Pie. Put something to the levy. Okay, let's go to Bell. Bell. This is the Canadian AT&T. Actually, yeah, no, it is. It's the Canadian AT&T, and Rogers is our Verizon. So Rogers has a lower dividend yield, as does Verizon, and AT&T has a high dividend, like Bell. So Bell is at a 5.74% dividend. It's safe. We don't have to worry about it. The CEO said it's safe. So let's look at it. It's hard to buy though because it's always yeah. So it's you could have bought it on March 23rd for $48. It's at 56. Let's look at the 6-month chart. It's recovered well. It's like everyone has their mobile bill with Bell and satellite and stuff like that. So, which there's, cable cutting, I'm sure, through this crash, but they're going to do fine. Absolutely fine. Let's move on to AT&T. I don't have enough of this. I usually buy around 30. It's at 30. I should be buying a 6.71% yield. Fantastic. Let's look at the chart here. Let's look at the lows. So March 23rd, the low is 26.77. The second low is 27.46. And now this is probably the third higher low. What is this? Netflix slides after. Oh no, Netflix is doing fantastic. I own that in the past, but I think Disney Plus is going to eat their lunch. They're going to have high quality stuff, and Netflix will be more of the crappier stuff. Just me. Correct me in the comments. Okay, and this one is, I talked about this in the last video, Manulife versus Sun Life. Watch the video if you haven't seen it. But I want to buy Sun Life because I own Manulife, and this is the competitor, but they didn't cut their dividend during the financial crisis. So I might buy them. I might buy some. I might. The low is 36. Let's see, the second low was April 3rd, 42.43. That's the second low. And now 42.98. Let's see what happens tomorrow. But this is something I want to own. It's almost 5% dividend, and it's Canada's insurance company. There's Sun Life, Manulife, there's other ones, but those are the two big ones. Now, I'm a little worried about insurance companies after thinking about it, because what if someone dies from the illness, and they have insurance? Well, they could be paying out their yin-yang. Speaking of, they are in Asia as well. So let's move on here. Okay, last but not least, my favorite. I have 61 shares of the Happy Mouse. Gosh, he's got a lot of shares of Disney, doesn't he? Gosh. Okay, so 1.72% dividend. Not cool, but it's solid. I know they're theme parks. They've let it lots of people go. No one's going to them. But Disney Plus, baby. Disney Plus, number one. That's 2-1. Disney Plus. It is up in after hours. I'm going to keep buying this thing forever. I love Disney. I think once you start looking at it, as far as subscribers, they have over 50 million paid subscribers, which was released. Once they get closer to Netflix, once they get more content on there, Disney's going to be a powerhouse, and you have to look at Disney different. Remember Apple? Apple was going down the tubes. It was down to like 140 at its low, end of 2018. Then they started to rethink it. It's something different. It's not just the iPhone company. Now it's services. So you've got your Apple TV and the video game thing and your all these Apple Music. And now we look at it as almost a services thing, even though iPhone sales are going down. We've changed how we look at it. And now then it shot back up to like 320. So it's all how you look at things. People are still looking at Disney as a theme park company. Yes, they have movies, and there's going to be issues because they can't release movies till December now. I get it. But in the future, Disney's going to have high quality movies, all the Marvel movies, the Star Wars movies, the Muppet movies, the Pixar movies. It's all going to be there. It's going to be solid quality stuff for families. And as we get closer to Netflix, we have to look at them differently. And things are going to change, and we can get into like a Netflix valuation. Wait for that. That's going to be the day. That's my theory. So I'm going to keep buying this over and over and over. When it's around 100 or under 100, I buy. So it held 100 today. I was peeking in. I was working, but I was peeking. Disney holding on. It wasn't going under the 100. Or did it? Let's see. Oh, it did. I wasn't peeking at the right time. Okay. $99.13. It's hovering around. That's resistance is around 99, mid 99. Okay, so anyways, guys, what do you think of my choices for my wish list? These are ones I'm watching, I'm going to buy. Do you guys own any of these? Am I making a mistake somewhere? Probably someone will say oil, or even Disney. Disney, bring it on, bring it on. Just as long as it's like constructive criticism, please comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Let's get in a conversation because I'm just sharing what I'm thinking right now as of today. And I want to know what you guys are thinking. Maybe we can be a team, make some money. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I will talk to you guys later. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that bell, and have a good day, guys. Cheers. Bye.